FCT teachers join Nigerian students. Mass protest over continued closure of Abuja schools under Minister Wike. Tis well. This man, God have mercy. His own children, they've gone to school abroad. They never went on strike. They never heard that, the teachers are protesting in his own children's school because of non-payment of salary. You are putting people's children's life on hold. I don't know how mean somebody can be. Like, how can you be that mean? How can you be that mean? You are putting people's children's life on hold. They are not going to school. This is July. They are supposed to start exam. What are they going to write? If they've not been going to school, if the schools are closed down because you refuse to pay people their salary, and it's not as if that money is not available. If you can spend 39 billion naira to rebuild a complex, to renovate it, spending different kinds of money on things that are not even really necessary, like renovation of ICC center, why not pay workers their salary? That money is available. It's not as if it's not available. He just doesn't want to pay it. Because why? You people have budget for the year, and I'm sure everybody is under that budget. You've made plans for each and everybody in the country. So why are you not paying? Why? And he doesn't even care. They don't say anything because now we just rant. If I don't rant finish, you go back to your house. That's what they do. I'm sure that's what they say when they are in their office and they see the people protesting, and they'll be laughing. Don't mind them. When they finish protesting, they will go back to their house. Why are you so mean? Why? The primary school teachers in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT Abuja, have declared to join the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, in the protest scheduled for Wednesday, July 2, 2025, over the continued closure of public primary schools in the nation's capital. The very foundation, primary schools, is locked up. People are not going to school. Why? The primary school teachers will be joining the NANS organized protest next tomorrow by God's grace, said one of the leaders of the Nigerian Union of Teachers, NUT, who didn't want his name mentioned. Meanwhile, the source declared that the chairman of Nigeria Labour Congress in SCC, Comrade Stephen Nabayi, appeared to be working with the government to be sabotaging their efforts. People are still trusting NLC people. You did not see Adams Oshomole, Abi. People have not learnt your lessons. They are trusting in Nigerian Labour Congress. They always sabotage. They always sabotage. Even the new one that is there now. They will say they want to protest. They will get there. They will change their mind. And go and be negotiating. Collect money and go and say they are not protesting again. People should stop trusting Nigerian Labour Congress people. They are always working together with the government. His activity seems to be sabotaging our efforts, the source declared. The National Association of Nigerian Students, while announcing the plans to stage a mass protest, described the situation as unacceptable and a grave injustice to Nigerian children. Yes. The Bureau newspaper had earlier reported that the association had issued a 7-day ultimatum to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, to reopen public primary schools in Abuja, following the continued closure of schools for over 2 months due to issues between the FCT administration and local government education authorities. Wow. The ultimatum has since elapsed. However, in a notice of protest with ref number NANS/REF/05/9100, dated June 30 and made available to the Bureau newspaper and signed by its president, Olushola Oladoja, the association expressed deep concerns that thousands of children, especially those from low-income families, have been denied access to basic education for over 2 months due to the shutdown. Titled Notice of Mobilization for Protest Against the Continued Closure of Primary Schools in FCT, the association regretted that despite their repeated appeals, correspondences, and calls for constructive dialogue with the relevant authorities, no meaningful steps have been taken to resolve the impasse or reopen the affected schools. Can you imagine? The student body described the continued silence of the government as a deliberate act of negligence. Of course, they don't care now. They don't care, and they make it obvious. And disregard for the educational future of the Nigerian child. In response, the national leadership of NANS hereby issued a final call to action and announces a mass protest to demand the immediate reopening of all closed public primary schools in the FCT. All NANS structures across the FCT and neighboring states, Kogi, Nasarawa, Niger, and Kaduna, are by this notice directed to commence full mobilization for students, civil society allies, and educational rights activists for this mass action. Zone A and Zone C leadership are to provide immediate coordination. It's okay for them to protest, but I always want to say that they should not announce protest. Because once you announce it, they are already prepared. And they would bring things out to like scatter it. Or to just make sure that the protest, somebody is sabotaging. Like if people say that the NLC president or NLC whatever in Abuja is trying to sabotage. Protest should not be announced in this country because we already know that they always find a way to counterattack. They're always doing something to counterattack any protest. Adebayo Kabir says, UK paid their money. You are doing good. Let your staff eat food now. Happy, these are the people that are making the states to work, the country to work. Pay them their money. Which kind of wickedness? Tayo Adeko says UK is building roads and residential quarters for judges, forgetting that the judges and people using the road were first educated. Thank you. If they did not go to school, how will they become lawyers? How will they become judges? How? You can just see the upside down thinking of an educated illiterate. Because these are the foundations. I'm even of the opinion that teachers should be well paid in this country because they are the ones building the leaders of tomorrow. They are the ones teaching these people, building the legacy. Teachers should not be treated. You'll be hearing teacher collecting 20,000 naira, collecting 35,000 naira. As how now? Pay them good money. They would even be happy to go to work. They'll be happy to teach these people more. But you don't pay them. They will go to school hungry. How do they want to teach? Levi says, we pay them now. If na project where you spend billions and if you don't pay so that you will get enough for yourself. Exactly, because probably there is no return on investment for this one. That is why he doesn't want to pay them. But you have to pay them. They are working. Pay. Pay now. Wow. Factor says we can't be doing projects in billions and our children's education is suffering. Like, can you imagine? Even salaries of teachers that are unpaid, it needs to be addressed. Yes, so if you find out the money that they are paying the teachers and you see that it's very little money, and yet you are not paying it. Makawai. And listeners, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.